Hey everybody, Dan Sparrow, www.theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Once again, it's www.theclinicaltrialsguru.com. The only place on the internet where you're going to get authentic clinical trials information. One of the things I want to talk to you about, and before we get into today's post, I'm getting questions about, do we consider ourselves gurus? This is myself and Don. The answer to that is no. And if you look in our intro videos, type in on our blog on the search bar intro or introduction, you'll see that we don't consider ourselves gurus. That's why it's called The Clinical Trials Guru. We consider the blog itself to be a guru. It's a collection of people's thoughts, minds, Don's, our guest gurus, people that we interview, people that contribute through comments or however they want to contribute. These are the gurus, and the blog itself is a collection as a whole. He is the guru. So we're not gurus. We do know a lot about what we're talking about, but the blog itself is the real guru, not Don and myself. Anyways, today's post is going to be what to do when you're considering joining a clinical trial, what steps you should take to inform yourself, to empower yourself, to become what's called an e-patient. And next week we're interviewing e-patient Dave. He's like a sort of a celebrity online. I'll save that for him when we interview him next week, and that week he will be the guest guru. But anyways, how do you make an informed decision about joining a clinical trial? I'm going to share a story with you. I had a friend of mine. He has diabetes, still does. He was considering joining a clinical trial. They actually, his doctor told him about a study they were doing for inhalable insulin, and so he knew that I was involved in the clinical trial industry. Although I do studies for psychiatry, I'm involved in studies for psychiatry. He asked me my opinions, and I said, first thing you need to do, and this is the same advice I would give anyone out there watching. First thing I would do is ask for the consent form. Tell them to give you a copy of the informed consent. Take it home, read it, and I mean really go through it and read it. Share it with your family. Share it with your friends. Ask your doctors, get another doctor's opinion, and then use the internet. It's 2010. These days, almost everyone's comfortable using the internet, at least in the United States. I know people who are like 60, 70, 80 years old, 90 years old using the internet. So look through that consent form, find what type of product they're going to use or what type of drug they're going to test. It may not have a name, but you may be able to categorize it. In my friend's case, it was inhalable insulin, which was something brand new that no one's done before. So Google search brought up a lot of information. Another good website I will go to is currently.com. That's KURRENTLY.com. It offers real-time search of Twitter and Facebook, so you can find experts in the field, whatever indication of clinical trial you're looking to get into, you can find experts online. So in my friend's case, I found diabetes experts, diabetes gurus, so to speak. They all have their own blogs. They all have active social profiles. They're on Twitter. They're on Facebook. They have their own fan pages. They're more than happy to interact with you. So when I asked them about inhalable insulin, and I asked a lot of people online about inhalable insulin, I kept getting the same thing over and over again. Probably not effective, probably a pipe dream, and a lot of potentially dangerous risks associated with it, one of them being potential of getting lung cancer, which is never, you never like to hear that. So I told my friend all these things, and he talked it over with his family. He decided not to do it. Now, does that mean that you should never join a clinical trial? No. I'm using this story as an example of the proper way to make an informed decision about joining a clinical trial. Let's say you want to join a study for migraines. First thing you want to do is get a copy of that consent form. The research clinic should give it to you. You can take it home, review it with your family, ask a doctor, get another doctor's second opinion, and then start using the internet. Google it, man. Go to Google. The drug that they're testing may not have a name, but it's probably in a class of drugs. You can look up that class. You may even Google that compound, and then find migraines experts. Go online, go to currently.com, Kurrently. Type in migraines or type in whatever compound the study is going to be testing for that particular drug. Find migraines experts, interact with them on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, however you need to get a hold of them, through their blogs. They'll be more than happy to share their opinions on that, and chances are they have very educated opinions on that particular trial. If not that trial, at least that compound. So that's the correct way to make an informed decision. And then, take that information and combine it with what your family thinks, your doctor, another doctor, and then you can truly make an informed decision about joining the study. Now, never take anyone's advice blindly, but make sure that you do take into account and into consideration everyone's advice. So, online or offline, take that advice, and then you'll start seeing common themes around your particular drug that you're interested in signing up for a clinical trial. So that's the correct way to consider joining a study. It's the informed way, and you will become an empowered patient. Whether or not you join that clinical trial, at least you will know something more about your particular medical condition. And who knows, maybe you get advice to go ahead and participate in the trial. The point is that you're doing it the right way, and you're not just blindly following someone's advice, because you don't know what their ulterior motives may be. So anyways, hope this helps. Let me know what your methods are for considering joining clinical trials. www.theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Thanks a lot.